Now, if there's a city that knows the proper way to smash a guitar, yeah, it is this city of rock and roll. And in the footsteps of Hendrix, Cobain, and so many others, another one has been shattered to pieces before kickoff here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and off we go from Cleveland. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And leading them out is one of the league's longest tenured quarterbacks.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there. Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
From the gun on 3rd down. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down. The Browns are lined up to punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by the reigning NFL MVPs. Finished top 5 in voting 4 of the last 5 seasons, Josh Allen.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Look at that power, deep left side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of 1 brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
No luck finding his receiver that time, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So here we go. This is that aggressive mindset they've been talking about. They're going for it here. Got his man. Shakir has it. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They'll try the right side with Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Now Allen off the play action. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
32-yard line.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. Will cobble together a yard there. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. Trying to work quickly now.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Allen setting up play action. That's incomplete left side. All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out.
A 48-yard attempt.
Bass's kick is good. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. Early momentum with that field goal.
Bass now to kick this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Head coach Kevin Stefanski readying the Browns for their next series. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
While that run may not have moved the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
We've set it down from 37. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep.
Jerry Jeudy, the ball carrier.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
4-yard line.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. That penalty helps him out, makes it 2nd and 7. Running it after the penalty. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
1st and 10, here's Allen. And this one too far in front of him, it's incomplete.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it in the double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Cook trying this one up the gut. they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
Defense was clearly focused on taking away the pass, and that RPO scheme offensively feels so good when you get the job done and you get a chunk run on RPO. That's setting you up for some success.
Hand off to Cook here out of his own read. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a James Cook touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills go up 10-zip here in the first.
Browns, nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the third time's the charm for them. They find some success. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear a lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
A screen pass for Judkins. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. We've set it down from 37.
And the Browns, first down. First and 10.
Go play action on first down. Has a man downfield. This is Robinson. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
First down.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still first down.
Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5. Keeps it on the option here. And keeping his own read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Is it down close? And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2.
15 yards. That's another.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's an early lead for the Bills. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Ready to go with the second quarter, and it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Judkins has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns start to fight back with their first points in this game. Matt Gay on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game.
Round 7.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Strong with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in second place. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now, Allen. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to the air, Allen. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now.
7-yard pickup.
Allen gonna throw again. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Yards to go.
Allen on 3rd and short. That's completed right side. They're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. It's a gain of 22. And the Bills have a 1st down.
A gain of 22 yards.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Former 1st-rounder Devin Bush making the play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
He's got it at the 6. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That's another Bills. 1st down. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the...
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Bills make it a 9-point advantage. It's a James Cook touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
To kick off for Buffalo.
Pass now to kick this away. Here's Ford on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Browns returning their offense and this running back to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. 1st down now, ball at the 33.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Pass play now. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second down.
Dropping back to throw. Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up third down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Has him on the quick hitter. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
They're going for this. He finds Njoku complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the results. A big gain, 15 yards, and a fresh set of downs, too.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Judkins running between the tackles. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. He's going to throw it. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
3rd down from the gun. Throw right side is caught by Robinson. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Lee Judkins on the drop down. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Browns 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Judkins is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns face a 4-point deficit. Now a rushing score quarter for him in this opening half, Brock. Should be a pretty nice feeling in that locker room at halftime, knowing what he's already accomplished.
Kind of get the feeling this isn't the whole show, though, right? In his eyes, this is just the opening act. There's going to be a lot more to come when the curtain raises for the second half.
Gay to add the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns cut it to a field goal game.
17. Browns 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Strong with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So Coach Sean McDermott sending his Bills offense back to the field. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. New set of downs for him. Starts at the 38. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB's going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First down throw for Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Now it's Cook. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Free play here. Let's see what he does. Brings it in. And he's across for the touchdown. And that flag is not going to stop this celebration. They know that's an offsides call.
Offside. Defense.
Now they got to the end zone with that free play, partner, so they will, of course, decline the offsides and take those points. Bass on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Bills make it a 10-point ball game.
Browns 14.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's Ford on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10. Now throw to start the drive. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
And the Browns
First down, play action. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Another throw here on second down. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line.
15 yards on the play. That's good for a Browns.
Sticking to the air here. Jump off, caught by his back. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They've got first down here from the 36.
4 yards. That's another Browns first down.
He's going to throw it again. Upping this one off to Judkins. And he's going to work this down to the 32. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Brought in by Juju. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Still sticking with the passing game. Throw right side, caught by Njoku. And he goes out of bounds as everyone turns to hear from our referee. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Game's kick is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Kid, I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
So it's a touchback on the kickoff, and we're going to get one final snap here in the half. One last play before the break. One final shot before the half. Escapes the pocket, and he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Final 3 weeks of the season are already upon us, and I'll come out and say it. It's when playoff teams become also-rans, and also-rans become playoff teams. Let's dive in. Our trip through the NFL starts now. In the Windy City, the Bears at home to take on their NFC North rivals, the Packers. And it's Josh Jacobs. Gets past the line of scrimmage, gets room, gets it in. 22 yards on the touchdown. We go from there to this, the NFC title game rematch from a year ago. Eagles and Commanders, this one in D.C. And this is Jalen Lane. He's going to look in the catch and then look upfield and watch this. Make it a 70-yard touchdown grab. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks hosting the LA Rams. And it's Kyron Williams. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Rams get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we get you back out to Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense.
Second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Allen setting up play action. Downfield, and Shakir has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, with some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
They'll run it with Cook. That play good for, looks like about 6. Second down upcoming.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Left side into the hands of Shakir. And And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. You're working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Allen now on first down. Right back to Shakir. This is caught. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. Coming to the line for another first and 10. Now run by Cook. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on first down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who could be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who could, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, but deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
The stop is made after a gain of 6. That's going to make it first and goal.
A 7-yard gain.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down, and they go. Cook is hit, and he fumbles it. And this is going to be Browns football.
Put a check mark by that one. You're going to remember that one, not just over the course of this game, but I guarantee you in the offseason when you're watching effort. That was all about effort. Backs pressed against the wall when you're down here defensively. And that's the type of play the coaches love to see from everyone on the roster.
The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw now. Hits his running back. And they bring him down here at about the 13-yard line. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He finds Njoku complete. And this is across midfield and into enemy territory.
You know, Kim, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A pickup of 17. And that's a Browns first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
At the 26-yard line.
Judkins up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Another one for Judkins. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. This time it's a passing play. And for one of the few times this game, Brock, a target his way does not connect. It's incomplete. And they've got to figure things out on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Throw here, 3rd down. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns start the second half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. This is Cook on the handoff. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Bills have a 1st down. Everybody rushing back to the line. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Another one for Cook. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Slayer, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So it'll be 3rd down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
They'll air it out on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
6 yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
At the 45-yard line.
They're going to try and throw it here. Has him on a quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. He set up the screen. It's Judy. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And they take him down right along the 30.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Back to throw it. Throwing this one back of the end zone. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And after they were stopped on 4th down their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Offense in the hurry up now. Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. This is Cook. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Not in the time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. Here's a give to Cook. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run. Allen wants to push the pace.
8 yards on the pickup.
Now the shotgun give to Cook.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. And they find them after just a yard. It's 3rd down. Trying to break that tie quick. They're into the hurry up.
The 28-yard line. So gain of 2.
Allen on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
On 4th down, Allen. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Cook. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. It's going to be 2nd down.
Schlesinger on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
Allen on the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. They just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's 1st and 10. Handoff headed left. It's Judkins. And this won't get him any extra breathing room. He's brought down back at his own 7-yard line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Here's Judkins on 2nd down. They're going the wrong direction. He's going to be sent backwards to their own 3.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it. And
it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Browns are lining up to punt. And this will come from just inside his end zone. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Cook trying this one up the gut. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
A gain of a yard.
Here's Allen. He's able to find Moss here. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Not in a time crunch just yet, but they're hurrying to the line anyway. 3rd and long, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
He's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Browns getting their offense out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it.
I just wanna rock. Body yada yada. Shorty got that body yada yada. No time, set up. You gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wise. That's my high. 1, 2, 3.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. So that brings up 4th and long. Punting unit out now. And he gets it away from his end zone. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Bills' offense all set for their next drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
Put the body on the line for his team. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. 1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Now an inside kick to Johnson. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
He's down to the 40-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. It's on target to Johnson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Bills going for the win here.
The 26-yard line.
2nd and 6 coming up here. And up to Johnson out of his own read. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry up.
1st and 10 at the 18.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Ready?
It's Johnson on 2nd down. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. On 3rd down, here's Johnson. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. Big moment for Tyler Bass here. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Return starts at the 3. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Back to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16.
They look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line.
Brings up 3rd down.
Throwing now. Hauled in by Njoku, left side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Desperation time here. As the hook up again to Njoku. And they are sent off the field. They had to go for it. Defense knew it was coming. That's a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. Now a design run. It's Allen. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.